Our channel recently released a video recapping Demon Slayer's first season. Of course, there's still a movie and a second season to go over. There is a whole lot to cover, so we're not gonna waste any time here. We last left off on the Mugen Train arc. So, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke have all recovered from their encounter with the spider demons on Mount Natagumo. They have been training together for quite some time and have all gotten a lot stronger. Now, Tanjiro's next job is to investigate some disappearances that have been happening on a train line. But little does he know, this is about to become the toughest job he's had yet. Tanjiro boards the train along with Zenitsu and Inosuke, and together they run into the flame Hashira, Kyojuro Rengoku. Tanjiro asks Rengoku if he knows anything about his father's fire dance, the Hinokami Kagura. Rengoku doesn't seem to actually know that much about it, but he's friendly and welcomes the younger Demon Slayers. The train departs without much issue, but the whole train is nothing but a trap for our heroes. Once their tickets are punched, everyone falls into a deep sleep. The demon that put them all to sleep is Enmu. He has recruited several humans to infiltrate the dreams of the 4 Demon Slayers and kill them. We get a brief glimpse into each dream. Inosuke is dreaming about being a hero with Zenitsu and Tanjiro as his sidekicks. Zenitsu dreams about going on a date with Nezuko, and Rengoku dreams of his past and the strained relationship he has with his father. When one of Enmu's servants tries to kill Rengoku in his sleep, Rengoku's incredible reflexes manage to grab onto them. Even when asleep, he's still incredibly alert. Meanwhile, in Tanjiro's dream, he dreams that his family is still alive, and he's just a normal charcoal seller again. But little by little, Tanjiro starts to see the cracks in his dream. One of Enmu's servants infiltrates Tanjiro's dreams. His goal is to reach the core of Tanjiro's mind and destroy it, which should be able to kill him. But once he finds the core, all he sees is a peaceful ocean. He feels so at peace with himself that he can't bring himself to kill Tanjiro. It's around then that Tanjiro realizes that he's in a dream. He wakes himself up by stabbing his dream self through the neck. After Tanjiro wakes up, he sees that Nezuko is awake and realizes there must be a demon attack going on. He goes off to find the demon while Nezuko stays behind to wake the others up. Tanjiro searches through the train and uses his sense of smell to track the demon. He finds Enmu on the roof and the two of them engage in battle. It's a tough fight, but Tanjiro is joined by Inosuke up on the roof, and the two of them work together to cut off his head. With some effort, they manage to behead Enmu. However, Enmu somehow survives this. He reveals that his human body was just a puppet, and that in reality he'd merged with the train. Yeah, that's right, now Tanjiro has to somehow cut off a train's head. Tanjiro climbs back inside the train and makes his way to the front, where he finds Enmu's real neck. Zenitsu, Rengoku, and Nezuko make sure the passengers are safe, while Inosuke helps Tanjiro. During the Hinokami Kagura, he is able to behead Enmu for real. Of course, since Enmu was literally a train, it means that the entire train is derailed. Fortunately, thanks to the efforts of Tanjiro's fellow Demon Slayers, no one is killed in the crash. But things aren't over just yet. While people are recovering from the train crash, a demon named Akaza attacks. He is one of the upper 6 Kazuki, rank 3 to be exact. That makes him the most powerful demon we've encountered so far, not counting Muzan, of course. Akaza fights Rengoku, all while trying to convince him to become a demon. He says that even for as strong as Rengoku is, he will never measure up to the strength of a demon. During the fight, Rengoku manages to get some good hits in on Akaza, but it is no use. Akaza fatally wounds Rengoku just as the sun starts to rise. Since demons can't survive in direct sunlight, Akaza runs away into the forest. Tanjiro tries chasing after, but Akaza still escapes. Rengoku's injuries are too much for him to sustain, but he sits back and peacefully accepts his death, knowing that nobody else died during the whole incident. After Rengoku's death, Tanjiro decides to pay respects by visiting his family home. His brother is still in mourning and understanding of Tanjiro, but his father turns out to be a violent man with a drinking problem. However, after having some time alone, we learn that deep down he did care about his son, even if he wasn't able to express his emotions. Through Rengoku's father, we also learned that Tanjiro's Hinokami Kagura may be something known as sun breathing. It is the earliest known breathing style and the one all of the other styles are descended from. The final arc of Season 2 is the Entertainment District arc. It picks up 4 months after the incident on the train. Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke have all been training back at Shinobu's Butterfly Manor. But one day, the sound Hashira, Tengen Uzui, shows up and tries to seemingly kidnap some of the girls at the mansion. He says he needs them for a mission, but Tanjiro steps up and has himself, Zenitsu, and Inosuke help him out instead. Uzui explains that there have been some disappearances in the local entertainment district. Suspecting demonic activity, he sent his 3 wives undercover as courtesans to investigate. However, after they failed to come back, he began to worry, and now wants to investigate himself. So he disguises Tanjiro and company as girls and has them go undercover. Of course, only Inosuke is able to convincingly pass as a girl. During the investigation, Tanjiro begins to suspect something is up with the local Oiron. And he's right. In reality, she has been preying on those in the entertainment district for decades, if not centuries. She's one of the upper 6 Kazuki, rank 6. Her name is Daki, and despite being the lowest ranked of the upper Kazuki, we will soon see how powerful she can be. Daki has been keeping all of the women she preys on trapped inside the fabric of her dress. She keeps that fabric in an underground nest of sorts that Inosuke actually discovers during his investigation. Among the trapped women are Uzui's wives. The fabric attacks him, but he still manages to free the women. By the time Inosuke has found this out, Tanjiro is already in the middle of fighting Daki.
この言葉どこかで聞いた。
何が楽しい、何が面白い、命を何だと思っているんだ。
どうしてわからない。
どうして忘れる。
ごちゃごちゃごちゃごちゃうるさいわね。昔のことなんか覚えちゃいないわ。美しく強い鬼は何をしてもいいのよ。わかった。もういい。
This battle is also the first time we see Nezuko unleash her demonic powers. She becomes much larger and stronger than we'd seen her before. It seems like she may finally give in to her demonic urges, but Tanjiro is able to reel her back in by singing a lullaby his mother used to sing to her. By this point, Uzui has also shown up and manages to actually behead Daki. But somehow, Daki is still alive, and she seems pretty angry about the whole decapitation thing. Right then, a second demon emerges from inside of Daki. In contrast to Daki's striking beauty, this demon is a sickly-looking young man. He is Gitaro, Daki's older brother. And just like Tanjiro, Gitaro is very protective of his little sister. The battle between the demon siblings and the demon slayers rages on. In the process, much of the entertainment district is destroyed. As they fight, Tanjiro realizes the only way to defeat the demon siblings is to cut off both of their heads at the same time. If just one is cut off, they still remain alive and can reattach their head. Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Tengen all work together and give it their all in battle. Working together, they manage to behead both siblings at the same time. As they both pass into the next world, Tanjiro comforts both of them, and he senses some similarities between their bond and his love for Nezuko. But despite the victory, it comes at a heavy loss. Although Tengen Uzui survived and saved his wives, he sustained heavy injuries. The injuries are so severe that he may very well have to retire as a Hashira. And that's more or less where we left off in Demon Slayer. The Demon Slayer Corps is now 2 Hashira short, but only 5 of the 12 Kazuki remain. With Season 3 around the corner, we'll get to see more of Tanjiro's adventures soon. And keep an eye on the channel. We've got plans to recap the Swordsmith Village arc, which will be adapted for Season 3.